Batman. Gulshan here on Bollywood Hungama. And what a Hungama!
Alright, so we have with us the Batman of Bollywood and the world cinema, Gulshan with us. Pleasure having you, sir, on Bollywood Hungama, first of all.
Thank you, Faridun. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure. I mean, I'm absolutely, as I told you, when the cameras were not rolling,
right,
that how you are being observed and seen by me. I'm watching all your interviews, I'm watching all your great work, fantastic work, my friend. Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
I really loved the interview that you did with my dear friend Manisha Koirala.
Thank you so much, sir.
Fantastic, very good. And of course, Pooja Batra and everybody. You know.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, the moment you entered our office today and this entire Batman phenomenon, you know, rarely we get such an ovation the way we got for you. How do you react to this sort of craze that you have, and that Batman thing, that Kesariya variety, the way it just lingers on and on?
Well, I'm grateful to God Almighty, and I'm extremely grateful to my fans for, you know, sort of giving me their affection and blessings for year after year, year after year. You know, like I've, you know, been very fortunate to be in the acting business for, you know, quite some time. And it also inspires me that you have to earn this screamed and you have to earn this affection. It can't be, you know, that they have to feel from within. They have to feel from that, you know, like everybody was working and, you know, it was very nice of them. They left work and everybody, you know, greeted and screamed Batman and took pictures and everything. So one has to earn it with your work. And one has to earn it by being constantly relevant.
Absolutely.
It can't be that you were relevant 10 years back. Your work was relevant 10 years back, and now you're a thing of, you know, something of nostalgia. जिस दिन आप पुराना गाना हो गए, पुराना फर्नीचर हो गए, पुराना कुछ ऐसा हो गए, हर एक के क्षेत्र में, हर एक के फील्ड में, हर एक के प्रोफेशन में, हर एक की जिंदगी में, then your you know, sort of remembrance or your value or your importance is only for being,
correct.
But if you are constantly evolving, constantly moving with time, and constantly your work has something newer and fresher to offer, and you know, the affection will continue. And I'm you know, as I said, I'm very pleased and very grateful to my fans for you know, giving me this affection and blessings for, you know, such a long time. And I can guarantee you it'll continue till the day I'm alive, because I'm not one of those actors who sort of sit down on you know, this के लोग प्यार करते हैं, बहुत पिक्चरें की हैं, हर तरह के रोल्स किए हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
And when we look at you, we have met many times out of India as well.
Yes.
And each time I see that there is some sort of roar whenever Gulshan Grover is there, and be it in Tampa Bay, in USA, be it Malaysia, almost everywhere that we've seen you in Madrid as well last year. There is this craze around Gulshan Grover which continues to grow. When we look at you now, you're looking absolutely fit and totally just with the times.
Thank you.
So how important is it for an actor to respect one's own self, respect one's own body, and be in love with one's own self?
Having said yes to what you said,
right,
I would also say you owe it to your fans, because they love you for being that complete persona. For example, I'm a great fan of Al Pacino, one of the greatest actor that we have, and I know him personally, and you know, we've spent time together in Los Angeles. And Al Pacino somewhere lost interest in his personal vanity, being fit. You know, I mean, look at his hair, look at his face now. You know,
right.
It requires. It tells you that he's gone through rough times and he hasn't been able to take care of himself. I mean, I feel that like you owe a good acting to the audience, you also owe continuation of your brand. In fact, making it better and better. Am I making sense? In the sense, let's say if there's stunning actress, and then you see her after a couple of years, you know, most of them somehow put on weight, lose interest in themselves. They are not just, it's not just for themselves, it is for your fans. It is for the way they perceive you, the way they have seen you, the way they have put you in their, you know, mind and heart. So similarly, let's say, I mean, like I was, you know, I went to see Sachin Tendulkar's film, you know, and he's a, you know, like someone that I know very well and someone that I'm very inspired by. He looked so fit that he looked so good that you can say, how can somebody like him retire, you know? His physical ability, his strength, his agility, his, you know, continuously being with everything. It was unimaginable for me. When he retired also, I was at a function and I screamed, no, Sachin Tendulkar can't retire. So he set an example of how, otherwise once a sportsman, a dancer, a fighter, once they leave, first thing that is, ऐसा एक साइड से पेट निकला हुआ,
बिल्कुल,
थोड़ा ढीले हो गए, थोड़ा personality हो गई कि war is over, now I'm enjoying life, I wake up late, I'm with my kids, I eat so much chicken curry and all that. That shows, but not Sachin Tendulkar. These are people who inspire. So all I'm saying is that you owe it to your fans your entire life. It's very important because their love, them liking you in certain way, liking your work, liking your persona, liking your trait, your, you know, whatever you do, has made you that.
Absolutely.
So you owe it to them. I mean, so I feel that, I mean, I spend a decent amount of time on staying fit. I'm also, you know, I hate all those achievers who constantly say, you know, हमारे time में, you know, or when we did this movie, or when that happened. That was then, my friend. Absolutely. It's not relevant today at all. For example, let's say the acting some of our seniors did was tremendous in those films. Some of it is not relevant in today's films, in today's cinema, in today's, you know, the way that today's actors work. Like I personally have enormous respect for the actors of today. Because actors before me learned completely at job. वहीं पे आए, मिस्टेक की, डायरेक्टर ने सिखाया, सीनियर मेकअप मैन ने सिखाया, किसी बाल बनाने वाले ने सिखाया, सीखते सीखते मिस्टेक करते 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 उन्होंने शाइन किया. हम जब आए थे तो इतना नहीं था कि they will teach you on the job. Today, whether you're an actor, whether you're in any profession, there is no time. The colleagues and seniors don't have time. You know, they are in a rush. Things are moving fast. And for today's, the competition is so fierce that you make one mistake, there's a list in the computer that you can be replaced by this one, this one, this one, that. You're out. So today's actors are far more ready, far more, they have, you know, multi-dimensions. They dance very well, they look very good, their body is fit, they sort of have a certain, you know, dress sense, this, that and the other, whereas a large number of actors, stars in my profession have grown over the years with each film.
Absolutely. You're coming up in Behan Hogi Teri, that is the next Hindi film, and there was we have heard reports that you used to be mobbed over there, and while the shooting was going on in Lucknow.
Right.
So can you share the experience with us of doing Behan Hogi Teri?
First of all, Behan Hogi Teri is a very interesting film because this deals with a, you know, lover's dilemma or lover's problem of a new kind. We've seen all kinds of problems between lovers, rich and poor, not being able to decide whom he loves or whom she loves. But here's a problem, they love each other and the entire neighborhood and the elders are making them behan bhai, because they've grown up together in that neighborhood. So the lovers have a new problem and funny problem, interesting problem where they can't express their relationship because of how the others are perceiving them to be.
Correct.
That is very interesting and funny.
Right.
Then also we have, young interesting actor Rajkumar Rao and Shruti Hassan, and the younger makers who think fresh and young, like Anthony D'Souza, who's one of the producer and also has a great participation in everything that is creative. Amul Mohan and Nitin. The director Ajay, he also has a very youngish way.
Very fine writer, I believe.
Yes.
I think is it.
And the music is by such tremendous, young people, experienced people, everybody,
Yeah.
And along with that, it's a, like for a long time, my fans keep saying whenever I meet them at an airport or somewhere, वो आपकी वो विलन वाली पिक्चर नहीं आती, वो बैड मैन जैसा रोल नहीं आता. आजकल सिनेमा में विलन तो दिखता ही नहीं है. They're right. This film gave me an opportunity to bring that kind of villain on screen because the role demanded it.
Wow.
The role of Dhappi Dada is such that when Dhappi Dada appears on screen, people run away.
Right.
That doesn't happen anymore for characters to appear on screen. I mean, it used to be कि जब पहले खलनायक आता था जूते उतरते थे, ये होता था, लोग भाग जाते थे, हट जाते थे. Dhappi Dada has the fragrance, has the a feel of those characters, but yet it's been done in today's today's way of work, today's way of acting, and with me having done those characters, and with me having had the experience of world cinema, and put it all together and sort of presented a character that could be in those films, but in today's circumstances, today's style of acting, and something that is because you see, Rajkumar Rao realistic type of actor है,
बिल्कुल,
और वो थोड़ी इसमें कमर्शियल एक्टिंग कर रहा है, कमर्शियल फिल्म के अंदर है, और वो कैरेक्टर जो उस समय होते थे वो तो बिल्कुल ही अनरियलिस्टिक होते थे.
Absolutely.
एक्टिंग भी अनरियलिस्टिक होती थी. So we sort of brought it. I mean, they brought the character, and I sort of brought it alive on the screen, and I'm very happy that after the first screening, Anthony D'Souza called me and he says, "Sir, I just saw the screening. You're one of the major highlight of the picture." I said, "What are you saying, Tony?" He says, "Yes, you are." Then Amul Mohan called, and then I met my colleague Ronit Roy the other day.
Oh, okay.
And he said, "Sir, I saw Behan Hogi Tere. My God, what a tremendous job you've done." And then I met somebody else, and I went to the music launch of the picture, and all those people who had seen it, it's because एक गायब हो गया था खलनायक स्क्रीन से, गायब हो गया था उस तरह के कैरेक्टर्स जिनके आते ही भगड़ मच जाए, लोग भाग जाएं, हट जाएं, जिनके सामने हिम्मत ही नहीं है ये कहने की कि आप जो कह रहे हो गलत है, या दिस इज नॉट हाउ इट इज, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन रेफरेंस टू दिस फिल्म, the lovers are finding strength to say कि ये बहन नहीं है. And there comes Dhappi Dada. अब वो क्या, इनके बाप भी नहीं बोल सकते.
In fact, Behan Hogi Teri is also it's facing a bit of a rough time because of this complaint that has been lodged, because that stating that Rajkumar, there's a poster where Rajkumar Rao is dressed in the attire.
Well, all I like to say this honestly.
Right.
Personally, I feel everybody's belief, sentiments must be respected. Religious beliefs, religious sentiments, other beliefs should be respected. Nobody has the right to sort of, do something that is hurting their sentiments.
Absolutely.
And this debate can continue what's right and what's wrong, And in a film like Behan Hogi Teri, it's an entertaining film. It's not a film where such controversies are needed, even from the producer's point of view or director's point of view.
The producer was arrested. Anthony D'Souza, the police came and he was arrested.
मैं हैरान हूँ इस सारी बात से, और मैं सिर्फ यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि किसी भी फिल्म मेकर को, किसी भी फिल्म में काम करने वाले को, किसी भी इंसान को किसी दूसरे के सेंटिमेंट्स को हर्ट करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है। और अगर आपकी कहानी, आपकी फिल्म या कोई ऐसी चीज़ उसमें है जिससे लगता है कि किसी के सेंटिमेंट्स को ठेस पहुंचेगा और वो आपकी फिल्म का मेन मुद्दा नहीं है, तो आपको ऐसी चीज़ें अवॉइड करनी चाहिए। अब इसमें इस पर्टिकुलर फिल्म को लेकर या किसी दूसरी फिल्म को लेकर हम लंबा डिस्कशन कर सकते हैं, ये मेरा विश्वास है। मैं थिएटर से हूँ, मैं दिल्ली में प्लेस करता था, तो एक रशियन प्ले है लोअर डेप्थ, तो उसमें मैं चोर सातिन का रोल करता था। एंड the play was done in later on in India in Hindi. And he says कि हाँ, जब मैं चढ़ा लेता हूँ तो यहाँ की हर चीज़ मुझे खूबसूरत दिखाई देती है। वो नमाज पढ़ रहा है, पढ़ने दो, कोई खुदा में विश्वास करता है करे, नहीं करता अपना अपना मामला है। वो अपने पति से नहीं, उससे प्यार करती है, करे, अपना अपना मामला है। तो one or two lines of this character, this Satin, the thief, sometimes he would have a few drinks and he would look at his neighborhood. It was like a chore. And he would say these things. They made such tremendous sense to me. आपके विश्वास को, आपके सोचने के तरीके को मुझे क्या ज़रूरत है ठेस पहुंचाने की? मैं तो मनोरंजन के लिए फिल्म बना रहा हूं, रेवोल्यूशन कर रहा हूं क्या? समाज को बदलने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं क्या? या मेरी पिक्चर में सब्जेक्ट मैटर ऐसा है कि उसे बहुत ज़रूरी है ये दर्शाना? तो आई डोंट थिंक सो इट इज नेसेसरी टू बी unnecessary going into all these things. That is my belief.
No, absolutely. So why I was saying was because you work so much in world cinema, you work in Hollywood.
Yeah.
They can have like a spotlight over there, but still it's like a serious subject, but still they can make something on that. And here, without even seeing the film, if even a poster, something like this happens. So,
brother, I have no say in this. I'm generally saying this.
No,
I'm not talking about a specific film or a specific poster. I'm part of that film, and I'm saying this, that generally, in my opinion of Gulshan Grover as an actor, respect the other people's sentiments and their beliefs, unless the film is only about breaking all those old myths and cliches.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Does it make sense, right?
Bilkul, absolutely. So moving on, now you've had a phenomenal run as far as you're one of the very few actors who has performed so well and in so many films all across the world, not merely Hollywood. You've done many Canadian films. You've been part of Iranian cinema. You've been part of Malaysian film. You're the first actor who will be seen in a Polish film.
Correct.
Very soon.
Correct.
How have you managed to pull this off, sir? This is not a mean achievement at all. I don't think any actor in Bollywood has ever done this.
Well, thank you very much. As you know, and as you rightly said, that I'm the first commercial cinema Bollywood actor to make a transition or to start the transition from Bollywood to Hollywood.
Correct.
When I tried to do that, or when I did that, that was many years back. There was no internet. There was no, you couldn't log into Google and find out who Gulshan Grover is, and you could not get to see pieces of our films, in Hollywood. When I started to go there and when I started to try and work there, and also, I mean, like I faced. Sort of along with many other difficulties, 4 or 5 difficulties, that Hollywood, the real hardcore Hollywood, did not know about our presence. They knew that India is a large filmmaking country and we make movies, and the movies are very long and we break into a song every now and then. That's all they knew about our films, They did not know who Amitabh Bachchan was, who Shah Rukh Khan was, or Gulshan Grover was, or anybody.
Right.
And because there was no reason, there was no connectivity at that time. They were aware of the wonderful, fantastic art cinema that we are very proud of. Satyajit Ray Saab's films they had seen at festivals, or some other films that sort of, broke into the West for their tremendous artistic content. But the larger than life, the big Bollywood films, they didn't know much about. So I had the problem of exposing them to the wonderful commercial Indian cinema,
Sure.
the larger Bollywood movies. I had, the problem of exposing my talent to them, showing them my work, obviously through films, And I continued to do that by carrying VHS from India, and VHS were very difficult to find, and that too not of good quality. And in those days, there are no subtitles at all. I mean, not a single VHS. It all started with the DVD came.
Right.
And then to convince a filmmaker from Hollywood to sit down and watch a 3.5 hour film with no subtitles, Gulshan, you must be crazy to make me see a film that is 3.5 hours, has no subtitles, and I can sit for 5 minutes and watch it, And then that's a challenge, that 5 minutes, 10 minutes while having a drink or a meal, you make a Hollywood producer watch that film. It is the strength of our cinema that some of them said, I like it, give me this speech, I'll see it at leisure. It is the tremendous, strength of our, wonderful Indian commercial films that sort of expose them slowly to our cinema, our talent, our technicians and everybody. At the same time, they said, oh, if you want to work in Hollywood, you should live here, you should get a green card, be available to us, be available for auditions, this, that and the other. And I had to sort of reason it out with them for months and years that why is it that Jean Reno lives in France, works in French films and comes to Hollywood, does a movie and goes back. An actor from, like Javier Bardem, Spanish actor, Australian actor, Nicole Kidman, or British actor, Hugh Grant, they live in their respective countries, work in their respective cinemas, come to Hollywood, do a job and go back. So when I say I'm the first commercial cinema actor who started this transition from Bollywood to Hollywood, it doesn't mean I'm the first Indian actor to act in a Hollywood film. It means that I said I'm not going to leave my country, my films. I am going to be working there. I'm available to you to look at me for a movie, but I'm not going to live here. Why should I deprive all those millions of fans of mine of my work?
Absolutely.
It took time, and finally, I'm so happy that I was able to create a path between Bollywood and Hollywood, and I'm very happy and proud of the fact that that path is being cemented and followed by my fantastic and talented colleagues like Priyanka Chopra, Irfan Khan, Deepika Padukone, Anupam Kher, Anil Kapoor, Amitabh Bachchan, so many, And when these young today's actors decide to do that, when they really start, getting onto this transition, we would have fantastic, wonderful synergy between these two great movie-making countries, I mean, the very fact that the acceptance and recognition of our superstars, us as, recognizable, us as, significant names. Like when Brad Pitt came recently, he, hung out with Shah Rukh, or when, let's say, the Iranian superstar Reza Guldar came, the first thing was that one of our, stars invited him for dinner, this, that and the other. So there is a tremendous synergy and respect that you're,
which is most important.
Yeah, it's like that you're the president of your country or you're the ambassador of your country, I'm the ambassador of this country, and we do need to have a certain interaction.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have a few segments with you that we'd like to, because it's really that you get a person of the stature of Gulshan Grover with us, so we'll try and make the most of it. So first off, we'll have a rapid fire with you. So it's time for rapid fire with the one and only one, Gulshan Grover. So a character that you've done, you think is the closest to the real life Gulshan Grover?
No.
Still not?
I still haven't got any character that is closer to Gulshan Grover.
Okay. Given a chance, which role you would love to play again? Is there any character that you'd love to play once again?
Oh, actually, I like to do most of my work again because I find so many rough edges in my work. I find my work at times terrible. I feel that you know, the audiences and the filmmakers were very kind. They loved it, you know. But if I need to redo them now, I can show what real acting is, you know, and I can show some of the iconic, fantastic roles, including the bad man. I would do that again, and I would do that again so fantastically well.
Okay, an actor from current slot you think has all the ingredients of playing a perfect baddie. Who do you think is a perfect baddie in today's?
I think there's nobody, to be very honest, you know. And I am not saying this that I'm very good. I'm just saying that it is very difficult to play just a baddie and be a star. I think that'll end with me, because then there aren't enough roles, you know, and you can't achieve stardom by just playing a villain, you know. So that sort of thing is over. Yes, there are extremely talented young actors. Ranveer Singh is one of them, who has, you know, on the edge kind of personality, and he can play a baddie very well. And he told me Ranveer Singh told me at the last IFA, when he was hosting, and he was reciting my dialogue, Kesariya, ye fail ho gaya on the stage, and he said, I said, that was fantastic. He said, sir, bas aapka ashirwad chahiye. Ek picture mein villain ka role karke dikhaunga main.
He is playing in Padmavati.
I have no idea, but that's what he said, and it was very nice and you know, respectful of him.
Absolutely, he's the one.
That he said, I want your blessing, and to say and do all that on stage requires a certain amount of genuine respect.
Absolutely, you know. 3 tips to look as stylish as Gulshan Grover. 3 tips.
Well, I would say, you know, chasing brands, chasing what's today, chasing what's trendy is not the right thing to do.
Okay.
Finding your comfort with things that are relevant today is the key for this thing. I mean, I read Oscar Wilde's one of the statement that fashion is so ugly that every 6 months we have to change it. It's not the exact words, but it's something to the you know, this thing that he said, ke, who needs to change every 6 months? That it is something not so distinct, that this season now the colors will be burgundy, purple, this, that and the other. 6, 7 guys decide, and then it's all thrown out in the market. Or now we are bringing very tight jeans out there. Oh, now we're bringing, you know, low waist, this, that and the other. My personality, for example, low waist jeans don't look good, or I don't find them comfortable. I find, you know, person of my age, when you're bending and your underwear is shown from behind, it's terrible, you know. So I found jeans in Australia. My jeans are flown from Australia, which is straight, slightly higher, and at the same time, exceptionally trendy.
Wow.
I found my boots, you know, I wear boots, and I know this difficulty that, let's say, for example, with jeans like yours, if you wore boots, your jeans won't go beyond this, you know.
Correct.
I found boots in Los Angeles, and I found a boot maker. I gave this tip to Saif Ali, Salman, and everybody who wear boots, you know, that you can actually reduce this. You know, one of the guys in Los Angeles does it for me, where your jeans folds fantastically straight, you know. And I don't know how relevant all this is, but all I'm saying is that you find your comfort, you find your details, and you find what looks good on your personality, and you do that, you know.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm wearing a Rolex, which is like an old Rolex, you know, which is, and I remember Saif and me, we were riding, you know, after the flight, bus hoti hai na usme.
जी बिल्कुल.
And aapke haath, he says, sir, I love this Rolex. I love this watch. I said, Saif, you must have so many. So why do you love this? He says, the simplicity of it.
That's right.
Yeah. It's a question of that what is correct for you, for your persona.
Absolutely.
लंबा जवाब मैं दे दिया.
नहीं बिल्कुल, but I think I'm sure that people would love it. I'm sure that people would love it. So who according to the bad man has been the perfect bad man of Bollywood, any era, sir? Who according to you?
Well, not one. There's so many of these tremendous actors. Pran Saab, Amjad Khan Saab, Amrish Puri ji, Danny Saab, Kanhaiya Lal ji, Ajit Saab. So many of them. That's so fantastic. Jeevan Saab.
Right.
Yeah, they're tremendous. They're fantastic. I learned from all of them.
Great. So reasons why villains are always cooler than heroes.
Is that right? Is that so?
You know, I think many times.
Well, I do know that people say today being bad is cool, being bad is trendy, being bad is with it.
Right. And girls like bad.
Girls like a bit of bad.
Yeah, but many times, you know, it is like, say for example in Dhoom, the antagonist is always far more cooler than the actual heroes, and many times, say many of the Hollywood films as well. If you see.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah.
You know, the villain has to be so powerful that the hero looks good as well. So you
know, I read a book way back
right.
that what we like about a bad person is that somebody who doesn't follow rules, somebody who's not scared of authority, somebody who's not containable, is something that gives you a tremendous feeling. Like we have to stop at the red light, we have to do this. There's so many rules we have to follow, and here is somebody who breaks it all. Is the first excitement that connects to a bad.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if Bollywood today decides to make an all-villain film, which 5 people you think fit the bill completely?
Yeah, all these legends, all these, I mean, like fantastic. You mean the earlier villains, the existing villains, or any
today,
5 actors?
Today's.
Oh, okay. All right, then to Ranveer Singh should have the lead, Arjun Kapoor, and get all these youngsters. They all have to taste and sort of get Tiger Shroff, get who else? I mean,
Ranveer, Arjun, Tiger,
and Ranveer Kapoor as well.
Ranbir Kapoor as well. Okay.
As well, because
okay.
now that he's had a bit exposure of playing Sanjay Dutt, which is again a very
here and there. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So all these things, all these will be
and Gulshan Grover, 5 people.
Of course,
Gulshan Grover has.
Of course.
A film which will always be remembered because of its villain. There is any film that you think?
I would say so many of them. For example, let's say Sholay is one great example, because Sholay is Gabbar of Sholay.
Absolutely.
Is something that is, really
unforgettable.
Yeah.
It became bigger than the movie itself.
Yes, absolutely.
So finally, one thing about Gulshan Grover that no one knows.
Well, I cry a lot in the movies, in the cinema house.
While watching movies?
While watching movies.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And that's very, very terrible thing, because I look around and people are seeing and I'm in all tears and my eyes are red when I come out of a film. It's all watery and red. So I cry a lot. In spite of working in the movies, I cry a lot, even when the villain is being nasty to somebody. So that's something that nobody knows.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So
yeah.
I think that was fantastic as far as the rapid fire is concerned.